What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the real reason Samantha Irvin quit WWE. Could Samantha Irvin end up in AEW? Carlito's comments caused controversy on Raw. Why did Jey Uso drop the Intercontinental title? Lilian Garcia returns to WWE full-time. The Undertaker headed to NXT. Jacob Fatu wrestles his first singles match, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now, as always, we'll recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, Xavier's tank continues. And tonight's win by the New Day in the current tournament to crown a new number 1 contender for the WWE's World Tag Team Championship was important, but not as important as Xavier Woods' post-match actions. Woods refused to help R-Truth when the New Day's opponents, the Final Testament, attacked him, arguing with Kofi that the beatdown had nothing to do with him. The smile on Karrion Kross's face as Woods argued with Kofi suggests that things are gonna end very badly for Kofi Kingston. Number 2, Damian Priest ready for Gunther. A Damian Priest backstage meeting with World Heavyweight Champion Gunther was an effective segment on several levels. It not only showed that the Archer of Infamy is focused on regaining his title, but it also showed that he's going to earn his title shot rather than have it handed to him. It also provided a go-to storyline after Crown Jewel, giving fans something to look forward to. Number 3, WWE setting up Carlito's downfall. Carlito's decision to help Dominic Mysterio to get a world title shot against Gunther seems like a disaster waiting to happen, which should facilitate his rumored exit from the stable. Carlito's backstage politicking was another example of how Raw's creative team uses short segments to develop its undercard despite the show losing an hour. Number 4, WWE using Wyatt 6 well. The WWE continues to utilize the Wyatt 6 well, as fans saw with the group attacking the Final Testament last night. The Wyatt 6's popularity is undeniable, but the WWE needs to use them carefully, not only to protect the group but to protect their opponents. The Wyatt 6 are a type of faction that shouldn't lose too often, which means that WWE can't book them against top acts and weaken them as The Fiend often did. While the Final Testament isn't a top tier group, their pseudo-spooky background matches well against Uncle Howdy and his collection of creeps. Number 5, Braun Seth Slobberknocker. Now, we said it before and we'll say it again, wrestling fans love to see wild pull-apart brawls, which is why last night's continued chaos between Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed worked so well. The two superstars' various assaults on each other added to their feud's intensity and provided plenty of excitement throughout the show. Number 6, Women's Tag Team Division cooking. Now, the Women's Tag Team Division continued to cook, with Damage Control battling Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and NXT's Meta Females getting involved as they prepared for their NXT match against Damage Control. With any luck, this increased focus on the tag division will continue on SmackDown. And a super showdown. Raw accomplished much last night, including teasing a future showdown between Bron Breakker and the Bloodline's Jacob Fatu. Breakker, who's talked trash about Jey Uso's family, briefly stared down with a Samoan werewolf during Bron's bout against Jey Uso. Fans had to be drooling at the thought of the two throwing down, and you can be sure WWE will have many more teasers, with the Royal Rumble seeming like the next stop to the build-up before eventually wrestling. That was good. What about the bad as number 1, Raquel Rodriguez positioned like Timu Rhea? Well, the WWE needs to rethink how it's using and presenting Raquel Rodriguez. Her return has been a comedy of errors, beginning with a bungled return at Bad Blood and continuing with the WWE's presentation of her as a Timu version of Rhea Ripley. Raquel can benefit from a run in the Judgment Day, but she needs to succeed as her own character, not someone who grabbed a Rhea Ripley costume from Wish. Number 2, American Alpha jobbed to the LWO. American Academy's loss to Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee was disappointing, especially since the WWE spent the last few weeks rebuilding Chad Gable's faction since their repeated losses to the Wyatt 6. While Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee are the only Latino World Order members who win occasional matches, their win over American Alpha made Gable's group look as weak as Alpha Academy. Now, there was nothing downright ugly, as Raw continues to adapt to its new 2-hour format without the show seeming rushed or ignoring its undercard. Quite a decent formula, to be honest. What did you guys think of the Red Brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now, first story looks at the real reason Samantha Irvin quit WWE. Atop of today's news is Monday's huge surprise announcement that Samantha Irvin has left the WWE. The news caught many off guard, as departures are typically reported ahead of time. Now, new reports suggest why the popular ring announcer left the WWE so abruptly, what's next for her, and who will take her place. First, let's look at her exit, as Samantha Irvin, aka Samantha Johnson, shocked the WWE Universe on Monday night when she announced that she was leaving the company. The 35-year-old ring announcer had been with the WWE since 2021 and was promoted to SmackDown's ring announcer by 2022, with fans and fellow ring announcers Lillian Garcia and Michael Buffer praising her work. Irvin then tweeted about her exit, thanking the many WWE personnel who helped her grow in her role, and the WWE superstars, and of course the fans. She shared on the platform, "WWE Universe, my time has come to an end as your Monday Night Raw ring announcer. I love you all tremendously, and this does not mark the end of my art. I have a lifetime more to share. Thank you to every WWE fan who accepted me." Now, PW Insider is reporting that Samantha was not released by WWE and that she quit the company, a situation that has fans asking why. So what was the real reason behind her exit? Well, naturally, fans are eager to learn why Irvin chose to leave the WWE. They discussed the situation on the Wrestling Observer Radio, with both Alvarez and Meltzer noting that Irvin has actually been thinking about it for a year. Brian Alvarez revealed she's got some outside projects she wants to do, apparently couldn't come to terms with how it worked with WWE, and off she goes. They elaborated on Irvin's ambitions outside the WWE, as she wants to be a singer. She wants to get more involved with her music. It was just something that she had been talking about for a long time and finally pulled a trigger on it. And that's about it really. Now, according to Fightful Select, Irvin's work was praised by everyone Fightful spoke with, and her exit caused many off guard backstage in WWE. But could she end up in AEW? Or could Irvin end up in AEW? This seems like a logical choice, both because she would be in demand and because her fiance, former WWE superstar Ricochet, is all elite. However, according to The Observer, this is unlikely. It's not like planning on going to AEW, not saying 100% that she won't go. Ricochet actually tweeted she's not going, and it's not her intention to go there. As mentioned, Ricochet denied that Irvin is AEW bound. Wrestling being wrestling, fans should take this with a grain of salt. It's currently unknown whether Irvin has a non-compete clause that could keep her from working for a rival promotion. Would you guys want to see her in AEW? Let us know in the comments down below. However, who is now replacing her? Now, Monday was full of surprises for WWE fans as Samantha Irvin announced her departure, while former WWE ring announcer Lillian Garcia revealed that she is back full-time with the promotion. Garcia, who hasn't announced matches in 8 years, returned to a warm welcome and thanked the fans for their support. Here's a quick excerpt of Lillian's statement from Instagram. "Well, now you know. Oh my gosh, guys, did that just happen? Did I really go back to the WWE after being gone for like 8 years? I mean, I popped in every now and then, but it's 8 years since I was a full-time announcer there. And my goodness, when my music hit and I got introduced, the cheers and the applause and the roar that she gave me tonight, thank you." Now, even though Lillian had a small slip-up during her announcing, as she called contenders containers, that Mike Russ is bound to be there after many years, so obviously it's excused. What do you guys think of Lillian coming back full-time in WWE? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE want to offer CM Punk more money to stay. Now, it's been nearly a year since CM Punk shocked the wrestling world by returning to the WWE at 2023 Survivor Series. Punk has defied naysayers who predicted he'd self-destruct and or clash with management, but instead, Punk has become a darling with his fellow wrestlers, fans, and even management. Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp reports, "I'd heard that the two sides were engaged in talks a while back for something more expansive as things had changed since they abruptly put a deal together. So far, the WWE has been very happy with Punk back in the company, and everything has gone really well so far." What do you guys think of Punk's comeback tour? Next up, Carlito's comments caused controversy. Now, Carlito's comments on Raw concerning Damage Control have angered some fans, as during a backstage segment, Carlito was present when Damage Control expressed their frustrations in Japanese, leading to Carlito saying, "I gotta learn Chinese." Now, some fans believe that the segment was intolerant or even racist. Next up, Jacob Fatu wrestles his first singles match. Fans attending last night's Raw saw a very first as Jacob Fatu stepped in the ring against Cody Rhodes in a street fight. This was a big match for the Samoan Werewolf as it marked his first singles match in the WWE, as for those keeping track, Rhodes emerged victorious. Next up, will Raw revert to 3 hours on Netflix? Now that the USA Network has cut Raw back to 2 hours, it's still unknown how long the show will run when it moves to Netflix. Fans have heard different things, including the WWE shifting to 3 hours, and they will vary depending on how much time the WWE feels. And now PW Insider is reporting the latest word is that the show will lean towards 3 hours, but that there will be flexibility should the WWE need to cut things back and presumably run longer if needed. The upside to Raw's shift to 2 hours is that the WWE has shown its skill at compressing its show while still including many storylines. As a result, its ability to return to running longer shows could provide more opportunities for undercard talent. Next up, why did Jey Uso drop the Intercontinental Championship? A Braun Breaker's Intercontinental Championship win over Jey Uso was a bit of a surprise as Jey hasn't been champion for long, only 28 days actually. Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline showed up on Raw, costing Jey his title. Naturally, this interference will lead to Jey getting involved with Roman Reigns' war with Solo Sikoa's version of the Bloodline. However, there's more to the loss than the obvious. Jey winning the title was an excellent way to establish his credentials as a single star, and his loss via interference made him look strong in defeat. Furthermore, Braun's win re-established Breakker as a top star, as some fans believe he shouldn't have lost the title in the first place. And while many may be happy, we know Rikishi is going to go in on that next podcast. And finally, The Undertaker headed to NXT. And last but not least, it looks like The Undertaker could show up in NXT. PW Insider recently reported that the Phenom will be at the Performance Center next week, and he may appear on that week's NXT. But there you have it, folks. Our look at Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.